What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. And what says happy birthday, America, more than the word white supremacist? Here we go again. White supremacist, white supremacist, white supremacy, white privilege. And it's over and over and over again. This time it's in regards to a group that was marching down the streets in Boston the other day. And I will do a video on that group. They look like a bunch of feds, but I don't know that for sure. She said in response to that group, to the white supremacists who ran through downtown today, when we march, we don't hide our faces. Your hate is as cowardly as it is disgusting, and it goes against all that Boston stands for. Michelle, I'm not worried about that other group right now. I'm worried about what I can control, and I'm worried about what you can control. You don't have any standing. You don't have any credibility to talk about any other group in any other manner. I don't want to hear you talk about hate. March of this year, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu blasted for white jokes at St. Patrick's Day breakfast. Now, this St. Patrick's Day breakfast is supposed to be a jolly, jokey type of thing, but then she took it to somewhere that no one ever took it before. White jokes. Who wants some more white people jokes?
We've taken some big, bold actions, but I won't lie. This past winter was pretty intense. Trial by snow, trial by fire, fighters union. I'm getting used to dealing with problems that are expensive, disruptive, and white. I'm talking about snowflakes, I mean snowstorm snowflakes.
And why was she spitting white people jokes? Last November, she instituted several of these vendetta and mask mandates for Boston's city employees and various businesses this past winter. You know, like everybody in the country did except for one Ron DeSantis. Immediately, those mandates drew protests from hundreds of people, including the Boston First Responders United, a group of local first responders. They weren't happy about it. Their mandates, she wanted them to take a drug or get fired.
I'm getting used to dealing with problems that are expensive, disruptive, and white.
You see, it's easy to go after this group that you can label as this white nationalist or supremacist, whatever label. That's easy. But what I want to look at is you white people in the background, and she says this cringe joke. Where's your courage? Look at your response. Here we go. She says the joke, and that's the look of cringe. And that's the look of a coward. I don't want to hear you calling this group. That is cowardly how they have the mat. Very similar to that T group that's out there in Portland and all over the place. They're all black in a mask, and they got these umbrellas to cover the cameras. And if anybody has a camera, they go to beat them up. And this other group that was walking in Boston, they were all in white and khakis, and they got white, bandanas on their face covered up. You can call that cowardly. This is cowardly, though. You're right behind her as she makes a racist joke. Oh, funny. I'm not saying that those white men and women behind her should have interrupted or made a scene. What I am saying is after that was done, I would have spoken out, because we know that's a racist joke, period. If they would have had courage, they would have spoken out and said, Mayor Michelle Wu, that was unacceptable. It was disrespectful. It was racist. And we would expect your resignation because of it. No, but instead you go and say, oh, the J6, I don't know what they have done, but instead many people say, oh, the J6 people were racist, right nationalist, and then this other group, well, racist, right nationalist. That doesn't take any courage. Even though I'm not even saying that all of that is true, forget that. It doesn't take any courage to call them that the media and corporations and everybody's calling a white supremacist. Why don't you call the T group white supremacists if they're mostly white? And why don't you call out hate when it's right literally in front of your eyes? You're the coward.